Hey, Will, you want to co-cast with me? Hello, guys. This is Merlini. Caudal Guy is currently doing an interview with Fnatic, so I will be handling the fort solo, at least during the draft. He should be back very shortly. This is game number 1 of the Group B winners, EHOME versus CDEC Gaming. Oh, hi, Will.
Hello, Ben.
Do you know anything about these teams?
EDEC versus
EDEC? Okay, clearly you don't. Just let me solo cast, please.
Dude, you're the one that asked me to be here, so I'm here now.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I said EDEC.
You are a terrible co-caster.
I am.
Okay, Mr. Analyst, tell me what's going on in this draft.
So, we've got EHOME, who I think the biggest change that they made, if we're being serious, is their name, Old 11. They lost ROTK, who I actually think is a good player, but he's super volatile.
Game started. Here you go.
Wait, are we swapping again?
Are we live?
Am I good?
We're live.
I thought Caudal Guy was doing a... I thought Caudal Guy was doing it. This was terrible. I'm sorry, guys, on stream. Goodbye.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you, Will?
Hi, everyone. I'm back. Sorry, had to crank out a quick interview.
The A team is back.
The A team is back. The B team is out. What do we got here, Mr. Merlini? EHOME going against CDEC.
He's watching the stream. He's not even watching the game. I'm like 20 seconds delayed.
He's a fiend.
This is awful.
He had to fiend the chat. This is winners of Group D, if I'm...
Group D. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the big
Group
D
for
here.
some reason.
And already interesting bans coming out here. They get rid of the Tusk, that's not surprising, but the response is the Undying right away, maybe a little bit of respect towards a certain Garter who does like to pull it out. There is the Spirit Breaker, but Merlin, where's Doom? Are they going to ban him here? Risk hangover?
Have we even seen a Doom let through this entire...
Yeah. EHOME actually got to play it against Alliance.
Nice.
They got to play it against Alliance.
Was that the 24-minute game or the 40-minute stop?
It was the second game. Which one was that one?
I think that was a 25-minute one.
Oh, so maybe you don't let EHOME get Doom. Pretty good hero here. Unless they want to, like, I don't know, snipe an AA or something to have an answer for it.
Unless they want to play best of ones.
Yeah, maybe you feel like you're better at best of ones, you know, and maybe they want that better storyline. I want to be the Cinderella story who comes back from the lower bracket.
You won't get a chance if you start off in the upper bracket.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What do you think about the matchup overall, CDEC against EHOME? Are we saying EHOME are pretty heavy favorites here?
EHOME's consistently beaten CDEC in the past few matches, and CDEC has been looking a pretty shaky, almost losing Mineski, whereas EHOME just like, wow, dominated Alliance. EHOME's really, really good. I think they are my number 4 team, maybe even number 3 at this tournament.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They're good.
CDEC's like middle of the pack. Maybe like 9th through like 11th.
Why do you think they faltered off? Do you think that this just meta doesn't fit them as well because they can't play like the Phantom Lancer, which we know Aggressive used to play a lot, or is it just they've been a bit rusty, haven't done as much intense training or scrim? They admitted that on all those, like, you know, ESL, MLG, that those were practice for them for events like this one.
And they also admitted that they took like you know, a month off after TI because they were really happy with the result. So.
Show me Doom!
Also, most of their heroes got banned. got nerfed. Lena got nerfed. Gyro got nerfed. PL got nerfed. Winter Wyvern got slightly nerfed. Although that's less important to them, but their main ones.
And Bounty Hunter too. I mean, they still can play it. Oh, what a surprise! First grab here from EHOME. Doom's available, they're going to take it. I wager that CDEC knew this was coming. They banned Night Stalker, so I'm thinking they're going to get an Ember Spirit. They might even go for it here in the first phase. Or not, maybe. Queen of Pain is something that you would think maybe Shiki would go for, but I've seen Aggressive play the Queen of Pain more often for this squad. A safe lane Queen of Pain. But the follow-up is going to be the Wyvern. I wonder if EHOME consider grabbing the AA for them. No? Okay, Shadow Fiend. Alright.
I do like the AA ban, because a lot of the time you have to ban out the Juggernaut in the second phase if you're playing with a Doombringer, because that's not like a super great counter, but it's actually pretty darn good, because he's really hard to catch with that Doom. And if you precast Healing Ward, easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
A lot of team fight coming out from both teams, though.
EHOME's lineup looks scary. They look so evil.
Just because they have Doom.
Doom and
Don't
Shadow
give them the
Fiend.
edge up already.
Pretty badass looking duo right there. But we'll have to see where CDC want to take this here. Just peculiar ban on something like a Night Stalker. I mean, I guess you fear the control on the Queen of Pain after all, but...
They play pretty well with the Night Stalker.
Ooh. Ban on the Wisp.
Turn to ban.
I don't know if EHOME have played Wisp yet.
No, they play Wisp.
I know they play it, but I don't know if they had the opportunity to play it yet
They
this
always play it
tournament.
in like weird situations where you don't expect them to. It's kind of, just like, okay, it's pretty safe. Just like Broodmother. Has XE played Brood that often lately? No,
Nah.
but you don't want it to sneak in, especially in a game of this kind of importance.
It is important after all. Loser would be shoved back down and have to battle their way back into the upper bracket so they don't risk
Oh, they're
going to
really
the best of ones.
Not banning the Juggernaut? Okay. It's good for Shadow Fiend. It's also good versus Doom.
And we saw that record-breaking Jug performance at MLG by Aggressive. He could sport the swordsman pretty well.
He's awesome. I like his voice lines.
Yeah, he's like one of those tried and true heroes that's been in the game since like the beginning of time.
There's also still the Ember plus Darkseer still left in the pool.
Yep.
What else are we looking at here?
There's the Darkseer. He's got to go.
Turn to pick.
And obviously no option there for the Brood, but they fear the hefty team fight. And oh, what a surprise! CDEC going for a gyrocopter. Something that's a good comfort pick for them. So that means that it is going to be Shiki taking the reign of the Queen of Pain.
They still don't really have a great solution for the Doombringer, though, especially if the Doom's in the off lane. Then Winter Wyvern is not that great of a hero to zone out, and Gyrocopter actually does not do enough damage if the Doom is not zoned out. So I'm not really seeing their solution to it in the early game. They do have massive teamfight potential, though. And
Yeah.
that's one way to kind of deal with the Doombringer. A lot of damage coming out from all those heroes.
Maybe EHOME now just step off for a good trusty Dazzle pickup here. Something, get a good defensive support, synergizes well with the Shadow Fiend.
Pretty good. I'm not sure if it's enough team fight for them, though.
Nyx Assassin, obviously very nice against the Queen of Pain, and great to counter a hefty team fight. You throw yourself in with a Carapace, and this is looking like CDEC lineup we saw a la TI5 here. Bounty Hunter's going to come out now, a Garter special. Even with the nerfs and the restricted vision and lower bounty, he can still prove to be quite a problem in the laning phase. This is going to add a lot of pressure onto the Shadow Fiend, so they need some sort of defense for him.
Doom and Nyx are not good at protecting a bounty hunter at all. Wait, where has Slardar been? All of these teams have ignored Slardar. What is going on?
Yeah, Western teams love it, but these teams, they're like, Slar who?
Wow, that's actually...
I think Slar would be... Yeah, they can't do it now, I don't think, unless they do a...
You can always pick
safe
Slardar, man.
Safe lane, yeah, it doesn't matter. We've seen it all over. It'd be nice to have against a bounty hunter.
What? I can't believe they ignored it. It's pretty good versus Doom because he has really low armor. On top of that, like you can just sprint away. You usually just like blink, crush, amp. If you get Doom, whatever, no big deal.
To help with that armor, they could get a Lich here for EHOME. See that great duo Lich
There's
Doom?
no amp, so you don't need the armor.
Well, we don't know that yet. They could still get it.
Yeah, it's okay. They have less pick though.
Just like Jello, there's always room for Slardar.
I think they need more defensive supports though for the Shadow Fiend. At least someone who can just play the weak position 5. And
That's why I said Dazzle, man.
yeah, I like Dazzle. Undying can also kind of work too, although not that great versus Gyro.
Bane is boring. I miss Omni Knight. That would have been fun.
Omni's hard to fit in.
Yeah.
It's melee. He doesn't have the greatest range on his spells.
He's handsome, though. Bane, though, coming out, top pick usually for teams like Secret. We don't see it very often on some of these Eastern teams, but we know him for being a very good lane zoner, good for setup, works through BKB candidates like your Gyrocopter. Maybe could be help the Shadow Fiend a bit. We'll see if that's going to be the case or not, or probably their 5th pick is going to be that. Does that mean it's going to be possibly a safe lane Doom? Or support Nyx? I don't see CTY. I guess he'll be playing the Shadow Fiend, but I don't see I don't know.
Well,
CTY playing the Doom?
You roll out the position for Doom because they have the Bounty Hunter. So I would actually say more likely. It doesn't seem like a CTY hero though.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
He's like far more likely to play like a Slark or AM or something like that.
All right, we got to see. CDC, what are they going to be going for here? Potential off-lane grab. If not, that's Slardar.
Their team fight is really weak on EHOME, though. Like, a CDEC can just steamroll them with Trek. So, either you pick up more team fight to try and actually fight them 5-on-5, or you go with a split pusher and just avoid fights at all costs. Or, buy like a Slark Midas and avoid fighting until Doom gets big and bad and you get your BKBs up. They are heavily dependent on BKBs.
Not good already when you have a Bane on the other side here. So, We'll see. CDC looking for the XZ grab now to help, and you're going to be going against the Zoning Bane and potentially this
10
pesky Doom.
seconds remaining.
And Undying's already out.
Yeah, Undying would have been pretty good, but yeah, as you said, this first ban, Spirit Breaker also gone. Earthshaker's like super weak. They can actually, I think, maybe consider doing a position for Doom at this point. Nyx, I think, can survive in the off lane here. Wait, are they running Bounty Hunter or ES in the off lane?
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
usually, it's usually XZ.
Either of them would get shut down. Oh, there's that Jug. Comes up now. That is a 4-position Doom? Yeah, got Doom.
Yeah, when you see the Earthshaker or the Bounty Hunter, you're like, okay, those are both super weak. You can't contest the off lane with a dual lane or even a tri lane with that. So, that's fine. They can play greedy.
So, pretty hefty greed on one side and pretty hefty team fight on the other. That's what it's looking like here. Could take a bit for EHOME to really come online here. Does that mean that CDC really need to make sure they get off their feet pretty damn fast and have a good head start?
They just need to make sure that Bounty Hunter doesn't, or sorry, the Shadow Fiend doesn't really feel safe. That's the one you're trying to interrupt in the early game, right? Because if you have Juggernaut in the safe lane, okay, there's no way you can contest this far with like a Shaker +1. So that's kind of out of the question. Maybe you can try and put a lot of pressure on the Nyx assassin, but really it's a Shadow Fiend. Can the Bounty Hunter scout out his stacks? Can Queen of Pain come in there, steal his stacks? Can they actually kill Old Chicken? Old Chicken generally plays pretty safe though, and of course it will be on the Bane Elemental to help out.
All right, well, here we go. It's just game number 1 of this best of 3. The winner side of Group D here, EHOME, going against CDEC and All Eastern Affair. EHOME obviously coming in as favorites, very dominant in their matchup against Alliance, shut them down 2-zip in very little time. CDEC had a bit more of a struggle in their series.
Wow, this is a 3. Odds are 3-1. EHOME. Wow, that's.
Is that bigger than you expected? Or?
Yeah, I expected more like a little under 70-30 maybe.
Yeah,
but I didn't get a chance to watch us see that games. We were watching the Group C games.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see how it goes as the lanes do kind of get situated. It is indeed XZ going to be repping that Earthshaker here. He's going to have the task of going against CTY and his Jug. Now, Kaka, I would imagine, is going to be more rummaging around the jungle a bit, but don't you really not want to be doing that against the Bounty Hunter? But I guess at the same time, that means you're pulling Bounty Hunter's attention away from your mid lane and onto the Doom, so he has to kind of do one or the other.
That's fine, right? You can kind of check XP on your Doom and see, okay, Bounty Hunter's over here. You can also kind of like help out the mid laner a little bit if you need to, you know, check runes on top, make sure like Bounty Hunter doesn't get a DD or a haste, and of course, if he does interrupt the jungle too, that means CTY is completely free to farm in the top lane. So top lane already won, time to concentrate on the other two.
Mr. 11 here, peeks by, but obviously not going to be getting that. That means that Shiki will secure a bounty for himself, and the old Poyo is going to be grabbing the up on the other side here. So both mid laners going to do that. Looks like Q on his Wyvern is going to be hanging around, babysitting the mid lane for a bit, at least blocking out the lane for now. And Lanham's going to be doing the same here for EHOME. So
and he has a sentry ward. So this is imperative. Make sure Shadow Fiend has a good start, and likewise for CDC, make sure that he feels threatened somewhat. And we actually see Garter start off in the bottom lane, so that's already pretty good for them. Now Doom's like, okay, now I can just free farm for at least the next minute, get myself a creep, you know, even go creep pull. Right now, Kaka's scouting out that top creep camp, and he's like, oh, this is nice. I can play greedily. They didn't block my spawn.
Greedily. Yeah, and then Garter's just going to be able to poke here, and finally 11 walks away from the creeps, and will get hit with a full duration of a rocket barrage, brings him down to about a third of his life. Begins to choose through the tangos, and wager eventually Garter might use this sentry ward to head up to that mid lane.
Shiki has no CS. This is not good. Old Chicken has 7 souls.
He's getting spanked right now.
Where is the Winter Wyvern? Where's the level 1 Arctic Burn? Go harass some people, man.
He's like, I don't feel like it right now.
I mean, Shiki is actually like not in a good position. Like he might have his bottle like way too late. Maybe like 2.5, maybe even later at this rate.
There it is. And he's gonna pop the chicken a little bit. But you better be careful. Raze is not going to catch, but he's still going to be able to snipe the CS and pull ahead now 7-3 to Shiki's measly 1-0. Now 2-0 here. Let's see what's going up in this top lane here with this Cock Doom, who's just kind of farting around a bit here with XZ. The zoning Doom, if you will. What was he able to pick up? He's got War Stomp. Not the best, but not the worst.
Yeah, this mid lane is just a disaster so far. 14 CS. or less hits and denies on Old Chicken, you do not want to give him that many souls, man. This like generally Queen of Pain takes over the lane from 1 to 4, and then Shadow Fiend has the advantage 5 on. But now you pretty much just had an advantage at level 1, and now that's gone.
And 11 again, getting harassed a bit here. Q has Arctic Burn. Is he gonna? No, he's not gonna go for it here. I'm just stepping back in.
So they're winning the jungle, they're winning the safe lane, they're winning the mid lane, and bottom lane hasn't died yet. So this early game's all good for EHOME.
Do we have to do much more? I think the game's over.
Well, their team fight's really strong, and they have track gold.
Of course.
They actually don't have stacks for the Shadow Fiend, so that's actually that's kind of nice. I mean, they have this like small double one that Doom's running by, but that's not that big of a deal.
Lanham's gonna scout out the Haster in here. Looks like he might either reserve it or use it here if he wants to make an advancement towards maybe the top lane or
11 getting gone on.
Oh, that boy getting gone on right now. Arctic Burn brings him down pretty low, but he'll be fine.
It was also really smart of EHOME to give the Nyx assassin one of the sentry wards in the early game. They actually expected him to pressure the bottom lane because top is just not an option because of this Juggernaut.
Well, now poor little 11 here is going to be a bit in the dark. What's this behind? Here's Lanham suddenly with a haste rune. He's looking to come in from behind, and Shiki is going to be blinking away with that ridiculous range out to safety. Forced to pop the salve, but the struggle kind of continues here, matching up 7 CS to the 17, or sorry, the 15 of the Shadow Fiend. 17 is the jug there,
11.
as you can see harassing back. Where are you going, buddy?
He has boots.
3 seconds.
No stout.
I was going to say 3 seconds for Arctic Burn, but it doesn't look like Q wants to keep following here. They're just happy to get out from the lane, taking the long road back. And yeah, it's the only lane that seems to be a bit of a struggle here for EHOME. Getting 11 in his groove.
As long as they can pull some and get Wither Wyvern his levels, though, it should be pretty good. Winning like 1.5 with the supports getting what they can out of the jungle. But 11 is also stacking the Ancients, Turbo Boost Juggernauts, or SS Farm, and again, Old Chicken like getting these runes too. You want your Queen of Pain to be able to get the runes, get out of control, get level 6, ulti some heroes, but it is, I mean, she just has enough gold for her bottle, and this is 4 minutes in.
Not looking good here for the mid lane. They are getting a lot on the bottom here. It's been pretty much an easy breezy lane for Aggressive, and well, Rocket Barrage, Carapace, not going to be doing a whole lot. Arctic Burn now going to be triggered out from Q. Turn back, he's waiting for the stun. Will catch Aggressive here, but they're still able to get the right click. Second Rocket Barrage, and that's going to be your first blood going the way of CDEC.
Didn't even need the Bounty Hunter's help. Really nice positioning though by Aggressive, standing on the right side of him, so that there's no possible way that he would have gotten a double stun off there. Kind of, yeah, he needs a Stout, man. Stout plus the Nyx Assassin is really good. When a Universe plays Nyx Assassin, he almost always gets a Pro Man Shield. As well as other offlaners.
Value into early boots. Not sure why it seemed too necessary. I guess outrunning the barrage.
Yeah, outrunning the barrage is really important because Gyrocopter is one of those 315 base move speed heroes, but you still need the Stout, I feel like. But I guess it doesn't help that much versus the Arctic Burn.
Look at this, Gardner now hanging around the mid lane. They don't have vision, so he's waiting here. Maybe he can get some good poking damage, but Shiki's still in a bit of a rough spot if he wants to be able to dish out some hurt, but let's see if he can do it. There goes the Shadow Strike and early Shuriken. And here comes your early rotation now. They're not going to be able to follow up. Doom shows up now. Shiki commits in and gets the kill, but he will lose his own life for it.
Worth.
What do you think? Was it worth? Yeah.
Totally worth. Well, you got Shadow Fiend Souls down too.
That's true.
And he was really far behind. Yeah, definitely worth.
Nice for CDC. They'll pull ahead now 2-1. Aggressive still with a full lane to work with here. 11 just kind of floating around trying to find a good home for himself. Up and above though, CTY and his jug, 36 now and 23 denies. Him and both Aggressive are just putting in the PvE game right now. He's early for him.
Kaka's actually not that strong in terms of levels on the free farming jungle Doom who didn't have his spawn blocked. They're doing a good job of getting vision for his teammates, and that will be the second haste rune.
Oh, I wonder if he saw that ward go down. Didn't ping it, but it was right there. Instead puts a ward of his own, so he gets that kind of intel nearby the woods. But look at Old Chicken farming up these stacks. Gardner will be able to sap up some of the XP, but the damage has been done, and the Shadow Fiend has got a nice recovery since he was brought down in that mid lane. But he'll stalk him here. Nothing they can really do about it, though. He's just given intel. Is he doing enough, though? You know, if there's a lot of emphasis for Gardner, I would agree.
Because the Queen of Pain like really suffered in this early game. She just hit level 6, so she still has the potential to come back. But now the Sentry Ward's gone in the mid lane. Bounty Hunter can only roam so effectively there, and Shadow Fiend also has like really good control of the rune. So like Queen of Pain just cannot snowball out of control yet.
Oh,
Nice try.
old 11. Try to make it away, but they get the enchant totem, and now comes Q with the Arctic Burn. Nice 2-man stun, but I love that. He drops a call down and just 180s back. Cool guys don't look at explosions, you know? Just walks away after he gets that easy kill, and now CDC will pull ahead 3-1.
Gotta compete with CTYCS.
That's from right. He's like, I gotta get right back in. And they can't do anything to CTY. He's now level 7.
Now they have 2 heroes jungling. They have SF jungling and they have Kaka jungling. Like, how are they supposed to win out in terms of economy?
Oh, they're going for Lanham because he's alone, and boom, right in the face. Shiki takes him down. DDC stringing together a lot of kills now.
That's a nice ward though, the one that the Garter dropped earlier.
Yeah.
It's because sometimes you're not sure where to carry it. Sometimes you just like finished up a camp and is running back to the mid lane, especially when it's close to 8-minute mark. And you don't want to go into support, especially in like an aggressive blink in. But with that ward, you're good.
So what are EHOME going to be waiting for here? It looks like they're putting a lot of emphasis on not being super proactive, but kind of farming up early. You know, that brief moment of dual jungling. Obviously, Jug has had a, you know, one-way street of farming here.
Doom next level 6.
Getting level 6. I was going to say maybe someone goes for a mech or something if they're willing to put that together, but yeah, Doom's level 6.
I think waiting for the mech might be a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Because Old Chicken, he died once. His CS is still pretty darn good, but you're still going to have to wait like another 5 minutes maybe, I'd say, for the mech. So it's better to just move around as soon as Nix doesn't get 6, like get an easy kill on Queen of Pain and just keep her down so that the Gyrocopter is the only one you really have to deal with later. And of course, getting Doom out. Both of those are just prime killer for Queen of Pain.
Fissure flies up bottom lane. Aggressive going to be dropping the call down here. He does get stunned up. 11 trying to make it away, but a nice Splinter Blast does come out. Q is going to get the finishing blow, and CDEC continue to string together kills here. It's getting a bit concerning here for EHOME. You know, they're like sleeping dragons right now, but eventually they're going to have to really wake up and get into the action here.
Usually this is where you would see like the Juggernaut rotate and help that lane out. They bait out the next assassin and then they go for a kill, but unfortunately for them,
Lanham brain saps to barely stay alive, but eventually he will get right click down, and Shiki's going to pick up that one. Now 6-1.
Yeah, they're playing greedily, but they're giving up way too many kills. You do not want to give up kills to the CDC lineup. They're just looking for that experience. They don't really need that much gold because they have track and they have better team fight. And now things are looking pretty darn scary for EHOME. Losing their towers, Aggressive just getting complete free farm, Queen of Pain bouncing back after starting off poorly. And of course, CDEC with way better wards on the map.
Oh yeah.
Much, much better.
Garter will continue to help. In addition to those wards he's throwing down, just kind of making his presence out there. Not known to EHOME, but giving his team that full bit of intel, because Earthshaker also was able to get that bottom tier 1. That means he will secure, I imagine, his soul ring, if that is what he's going for next, but he's finding plenty of farm now with this top lane. After the tower goes down, there's not going to be much of a threat there, and now I'm curious to see what CTY does from here. I'm sure
he's been way too quiet. He hasn't been able to match the aggression from Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter 201 and kind of just destroyed the Nyx Assassin.
He hasn't really needed to be. He's found plenty of kills in his own lane. Typically, fight Gyrocopters, once they start getting that call down, they will even consider smoking up and adventuring across the map to find that first call down. And ooh, Q. Old Chicken was looking for the raise, but I don't think it would have been enough.
Yeah, the reason being that he needs to match the aggression of Gyro, because Gyro can't come kill the Jug, but the Jug can come kill the Gyrocopter. But it's kind of the reverse, right? The Gyrocopter hasn't really threatened at all.
That was dirty right there. Poor little 11 was just hiding by the tower, but little did you know that Shiki was going to easily drop in, get the scream, get the kill.
Oh, they smoke.
Lanham does not have a level 6 yet, but they're looking to come from behind. They want that precious Gyrocopter. He gets slept, but he already gets the rocket barrage up. Old Chicken has 1 raise, lands 2. 3 not going to be connecting there, but Kaka moves in with that Doom. It's going to be on the Shiki. They're going to need more damage to help finish him off. There's going to be the brain sap here from Lanham, and they're going to continue to make chase. Here comes help, though. Garter's going to be there. Can he slow them down enough? And Shiki, it might be enough. It will be. He wands up. They turn back. Sonic Wave. Shiki now dominating as he cleans that one up. It's going to be a trade, though, as Garter will be going down. Old Chicken, though, stunned up with the fissure. Q slows him a bit with the early Arctic Burn, but now he's going to be able to run, and now he turns back. There's a raise. There's a second. Good catch from Old Chicken. Secures a double kill for him, and EHOME showing that they do still have some life in them. Still though, 8-3 advantage for CDEC.
Not sure whether they thought that the Queen of Pain was close. It looked like he was about to Soul Ring for an Echo Slam, and then maybe waiting for like a Splinter Blast plus a Blink Screamin'. But even then, I think they get demolished by the Requiem. So XE chasing just a tiny bit too far. Still, EHOME kind of on crutches right now while they wait for the level 6. So close to Fiend's Grip, so close to the Nyx Assassin having his Vendetta, and Doom was just did not have enough mana. If they had the Scorch Earth there, he easily chases the Queen of Pain down, but he was about 10 mana short, and that was key to Shiki's survival.
Also waiting still on what CTY is going to be doing here. He's building more farm accelerated as he finishes off a Perseverance going towards that Battle Fury, so I guess he'll just push forward and he gets to level 11 before he starts to go on his own adventure. A 0-0-0 jug at nearly 13 minutes in is a bit surprising.
Yeah, but they're about to smoke up Bounty Hunter level 6. Time to get some track kills.
Let's do it now. They're going to head right through the other side, and we'll see if they get that early coin purse. Going to head across. And
ideally, you want Shadow Fiend, and he's the one that's most likely to be farming up the jungle, but
not there now.
He is not there. Yeah. Doom's like also an acceptable kill. Jug can spin TP, I think, so he's not really... Oh, they have a Sentry Ward in mid.
Yeah.
11 might walk into it.
Hi everyone, I'm here in Vendetta. Boom! See you later. Crushed with the fissure. And did he get the track off in time? No, I don't think he tracked, so they don't get the extra bit of gold, but they do secure the kill.
Nope, no track. He died too fast.
They are going to be pushing in for this tier 1. Lamb, though, gets tracked up. There's an Echo just onto him. A lot of hate. Beautiful. Winter's Curse will connect onto the 2. Requiem going to fly out from Old Chicken, but it's not going to be enough. Garter, will he be finished off? He will. Kaka's going to set that one up. The minion snare. Only turns into a 1-for-1 trade, and EHOME going to be able to pick up the deny. Finally, we get EHOME to respond and fully rotate in and get into the battle.
Too much damage, I think, coming out during the Winter Wyvern ultimate. Like, a lot of them were under that damage reduction, and they actually cast it on a Doombringer who's actually very hard to kill with the casual cloak. They actually don't have that much physical damage, unless, of course, he gets Winter's Curse, but that's still pretty good build-up for him. They actually have 3 heroes that are really hard to kill.
It's a good response from EHOME, what we've been waiting to see from them all game long. And it looks like they're going to bring it down to bottom here. Garter first to rotate in. Shiki, who has Sonic Wave ready to go. Hoping to pull something off.
Let's get some track kills, guys.
They want to. This is where Garter and his Bounty Hunter would love to be in his prime. Shiki almost going to eat 2 raises, but there goes the early track, so they know Garter's around. They ping him out. Stun's going to catch him here. Oh, they might be able to finish him off. They pop the dust. Garter on the run. They can't finish him away. He gets a toss a rock at the back of his head and stun him down. Beautiful 3-man call down from Aggressive here, but will they be able to clean them up? Shiki waiting to line him up right now. He's going to get the first one. Kaka going to be going down. QSOL on Chase gets the second as they take down Old Chicken. And 11 going to be going into Vendetta to avoid trouble. Bright Sap comes out from Lanham, and they're going to be able to finish off Aggressive here. It's turning into a bloodbath in the bottom lane. Beautiful 2-man stun comes out from Old 11. And now the Fiend's Grip from Lanham. Can they secure the kill on Earthshaker? They certainly can. Self-sleep from Lanham. Nice dodge there from Shiki, but it won't matter. Still going to be going down. Shiki now unstoppable. And Q gets the kill with a Splinter Blast. Everybody just falling to pieces here in the bottom lane.
CTY ditched.
He's like, I did my part. I'm going top lane.
Radiant's
need
tower
him.
is under attack.
At least they didn't give up that many track kills because they killed the Bounty Hunter off early, but Shadow Fiend has not had the most fun game.
CTY just doesn't want to ruin his sword with blood. I don't need that. The guy's Battle Fury now, though.
Yep.
He's a farming machine.
15 minutes. It's pretty good. You can definitely beat them out late game though with a tricore like that. I think it's.
Oh yeah.
But you have to worry: are they going to get enough kills to make up for only having 2 scaling cores?
That is a great question, Mr. Binwoo.
But it looks like the Queen of Pains, like Queen of Pain, you want to be on that. Like you want to be so far ahead of the next assassin. You always want to be 1 item ahead, like Orchid, like before he has anything, and then you want his BKB around the time he gets his Blink Dagger. And it looks like it's actually shaping up to be that sort of game for Shiki.
There you have a SNY now complete on Aggressive, and he's shown that he's happy to be aggressive in a lot of these fights. A la TI5 continues to be very assertive with his gyrocopter here, and it looks like he'll take his business towards the top. They're looking to pressure the tier 1.
Yeah. EHOME has much better Roshan potential too, which is
Yeah.
pretty scary.
And it looks like SNY is going to be next in order here for CTY.
It might be Manta. Manta's way better versus the Orchid.
Oh, you're right. The Orchid, yeah, of Queen of Pain. Good point.
Radiant structures.
And Kaka's going to be able to aggressively farm here. It looks like maybe a pipe. He's going straight to the pipe here.
Dire's top
It helps against the gyrocopter and everything besides the ulti there of Queen of Pain plus Earthshaker. It's a good grab for a utility build-up on a Doom.
Well, it really makes up for their biggest weakness, which is terrible team fight.
Old 11 gets up a nice stun, but he gets screamed right in the face and will go down. Winter's Curse on the Kaka, while Old Chicken looking to swing it from below, but Aggressive has his number, looking to bring it apart. XZ going in, gets the Echo, but then quickly gets Fiends gripped up from Lanham here, making it a 2-for-2 trade now. Aggressive's got to get the hell out, and CTY is like, I'm ready to finally fight, but the team is already on the way out. Q, will he get denied? Yes, he will. Get shot in the face from his friend Aggressive, and he'll be taken down.
They're doing such a good job of killing this bounty hunter early on in the fights, though. So they're just not getting out of control when it comes to track gold.
Yeah, not an extra purse that CDC were hoping to get for at this point in the game does not seem to be coming in, and now that means EHOME can segue into a tier 2 push. Or not. They're going to turn back and away, and a safe retreat coming out for CTY, but Shiki wants something here, looking to move in, does not have his ult, and Lanham says, why don't you go ahead and just take a nap? Now we'll allow Kaka to make it away, and Lanham will take the long road out. So.
And got some nice deep wards planted.
So deep. Yeah, oh my, they have 3.
Yeah.
All across. This is like, CDC have no safe jungle to farm in.
Well, it also protects them from Roche when they want to go for that later, because they have,
they
again, have a
pinged
much
out
better Roche.
Garters here, but so is 11. Stalking him now.
He has no detection. Not a kill.
Yeah.
So XE really needs his Blink Dagger. They've been doing such a good job of positioning, though, like not getting hit. Like it was just the Doombringer that got hit by this Winter's Curse last fight. I think it was like a 3-man scream, but that's much harder to play around. Shiki's been beasting out, yeah, on Queen. His second best hero, in my opinion.
You said his first best is Lena?
Yep.
For a while, I felt like his TA was probably one of his best,
TA was
but
pretty good.
We haven't seen much of that recently, and they have an idea where CTY is. Quick blink in, he goes for the spin, has to go for the TP, but that means a curse is going to be there, and CTY is not going anywhere. Kaka says, I can't help you, my friend, and
he is going SNY. Ah, man, going SNY versus Orchid is tough. It's really tough.
And he's putting a lot behind his, I guess, his Blade Fury, I guess. Oh, Kaka's able to sidestep the call down here, and Aggressive. Not going to be able to get the snatch.
It's also nice to have the HP.
Yeah.
And the MAME is actually pretty good for taking down Roche, which is not really something that you consider, but...
And the move speed. But I guess you would have got that with the Manta as well.
The Sage machine, man.
Yeah. Maiming just sounds so badass, so...
It doesn't. The sound effect sounds badass, but actually maiming doesn't. It's like, I don't know, you're trying to hunt down an animal and he's like, one of his legs is wounded, and that's it.
I maimed you. Well,
it does not sound as cool as Omni slashing someone.
Or I'm gonna desolate. Well, back they go here. Garter, company here. Q actually finished out his mech, so that's nice for him here. They got the extra bit of sustain.
Oh, XE almost has his Blink Dagger.
Oh,
2280.
He's got
there
it
you
now.
go.
Could not bite any faster. Yum. Makes it up quick here.
Yeah, CTY is going to have a really tough job surviving. Like, even if he did get the Manta, he still have to worry about a Blink Echo initiation on him. And the only thing that's going to save him is like a defensive sleep maybe from Vayne or like a mech. But they're going to throw like all their bursts at him, like Sonic Wave, Call Down, Winter's Curse. So I don't know. It's debatable as to whether like spending the first 15 minutes and not really helping his team has paid off, and it does not seem like it's going to shape up, but let's see what he can do in the next team fight.
So many freaking pings here. This is a non-smoke movement from EHOME as they try to get some wards down. They will be able to see that one on the high ground. Chicken will take care of it.
11 walking right into...
Hi everyone! I'm a Nyx assassin.
They just killed his Observer Ward.
I don't know. He's drunk. Well, unfortunately, he'll hand that one over, and EHOME will get smacked with a track as they walk back out. Not really sure what the idea was there. I guess they're just trying to get some vision around that Roche pit. They certainly want to be able to get in there and get that Aegis.
They already have vision around the Roche pit.
I know, but so much emphasis that apparently they really need to go deep to scout out the vision.
Oh no, that Observer Ward is going to die. The one that's freshly placed, so... Yep. That's
Easy.
what happens when you lose a Nyx.
Easy 50 gold. Bottom lane, though. CTY spin and TP out. Aggressive's like, I can TP too. Heads back to mid lane. And there's still tension here. Look at this nearby. They're going to get the Fiend's Grip on Garter. Quick canceled. They move in, get a beautiful Echo Slam follow-up stun. And the Doom's going to be flying out here onto Shiki. But Kaka could be the one next to go down. Oh, that stun's going to be a whiff there from 11. Kaka's going to have to turn and run.
CTY, where you at, dude?
Shuriken bouncing about, and your Swordsman Jug is, he's hanging mid lane. Not looking to be a part of that action.
He's actually playing it like anti-mage.
Yeah, this hero likes to fight. I don't know if CTY knows that or not.
Well, he just needs to. Like, his Nyx Assassin is just track gold at this point. 0, 8, and 4, because he's died so many times in these fights because it's been 4v5s. They had a pretty okay lead, and I can understand that. Yes, their team fight is better. So
Watch out. Kaka
Oh, no.
blocked off in the front. Even a courier coming in. They gotta be careful with that. They track him up. There's gonna be the Scream, and there's gonna be the extra track gold. Shiki now godlike here. Looking to one-up the performance we saw from Newbie Young earlier today. Song.
Garter has been playing really well. He's been dying early in fights, but he's still providing so much vision and allowing the rest of CDEC to just jump EHOME and just throwing away his life so they can win team fights.
Everyone, this tier 2, they're going to get it. Q picks that one up, and EHOME getting shoved back with a lineup that we set from the draft. We already knew they're going to be a bit more greedy, and the team fight was going to be superior here from CDEC, but they are really not able to just get off their feet and get anything done. You feel like with the builds they already got, CTY now having his SMY done in Battle Fury, they'd be a bit more proactive, but they have not been able to. Maybe credit to CDC with all their extra intel.
Yeah, I mean, they have to get a blink on Nyx Assassin, but that's coming out way too late. Now they have BKB, so the blink's not even that useful on 11. BKB up on Gyro, BKB up on Quad. That is, like the worst timing possible for this Nyx Assassin. Like,
He's just a walking beetle now. Not a lot to offer as far as disable goes.
He's going to be in a museum soon, man.
EHOME, he's a dung beetle at this point. They're moving in the pit though. They know they need to get something done here. And it doesn't look like CDC are going to be responding. They don't have the vision, but they wager everyone's missing, and now they smoke and they're on the move here. Will the timing work out for him? The Roche is so low. Aggressives like BKB dropping the call down, but it's too late. Old Chicken gets it. And now they have to consider if they want to fight or not. Q pops out the curse. It's going to be on Nakaka here. They take care of 11. Sonic Wave to fly out from Shiki is going to get some good damage in, but EHOME still looking to stand and fight. Requiem to fly here from Old Chicken. Walk in, Echo Slam comes up. XZ aggressive, very low on life, pulls out the Rocket Barrage, looking to retreat away, but Shiki still on the back lines, able to get the easy pick takedown on Lanham, gives him that godlike streak, going man mode here for Kaka, but he's not going to win. He's going to be forced to blink back it away. It looks like Old Chicken is going to have to use his little Aegis here, but he gets stunned up right away to second life as they're also able to clean out Kaka. The Doom's going to be going down, and everyone that looks like from EHOME is soon to drop here as it's about to be a 5-man wipe. Ow, he's able to get the kill, but eventually he will go down. Lone Survivor actually going to be 11, but I believe that's him just coming back from the dead. Big fight there for CDEC, even though they were a little late to the Roche. Doesn't seem to matter. They come out big and victorious now, 24-14, and actually it cost 2 buybacks from CDEC. I actually didn't notice that. They quick bought back and just TP'd into the battle again.
Still, I saw Track X5.
Yep.
That's good. And EHOME actually did a really good job of controlling the gyrocopter. So they traded BKBs, SF, and then gyrocopter, and then immediately after that, he got doomed. Immediately after that, he got gripped. And he actually perished way late in the fight, but they still did a good job of controlling his effectiveness. Unfortunately, that let Shiki run rampant in the fight and just wreck EHOME on all fronts. And track gold.
Yeah, that's the big thing there. Is even though EHOME were able to get something for themselves, that bit of extra gold from the Roche, it's still CDC who gets so much from it here. And now a level 2 track. He continues to walk around and really be a pain in the butt here as he hits up Lanham with it.
The 2 buybacks were also on the heroes that you don't really mind buybacking for, like Bounty Hunter, right? If he buys back and gets like 2 track, that's pretty much enough. Even 1 track, I would say, would be pretty close. And Earthshaker, big good deal if he has his Blink Dagger already.
Uh-oh, CTY in a bit of trouble, tries to spin away, but Q catches him with the Winter's Curse, and will they follow it up? Well, Aggressive will actually commit the call down here, but it is going to be a swing and a miss now. 11 comes in with his blink and says, uh-oh, has to pull back it away. Aggressive having to pop the BKB and looks to man mode up, but it's going to be into an Omni and a Doom. Gets the Cold Embrace save. Shiki looks to commitment now. He gets caught with a feed strip from Lanham. Looks like he'll be going down first. Aggressive the second to fall here. This might be EHOME's time to fight. And they're looking on the chase here. Oh, Garter's going to be able to sidestep away. Going to be a 2-for-1 trade.
Okay, they have to be able to interrupt these ultimates. The Doom on the Gyro, the Grip on the Queen of Pain. Those are your two heavy hitters, and the rest of the team isn't able to really help them down.
Poor Q. Looks like he was not able to fly up and over, and so gets caught under the high ground here. But hey, he gets a Cold Embrace off it. Someone manages to blink away, and now poor old Chicken's stuck up there. He'll be able to blink down, though, and we won't be able to get the catch, but it's still the first promising fight here for EHOME, and they'll be gifted a minor rubber band advantage from that one. One step in the right direction, but they will still need it more.
Well, they're actually, all together for once, so they can 5-man pipe, 5-man mech, 5-man healing ward to mitigate a lot of the damage coming out from Sonic Wave, and they didn't actually use the Echo Slam that fight, which is pretty important. XC needs to play the same way that Garter does. It's like, okay, I need to die for my team. If it means us winning the fight.
They're on the run here. Fisher's going to catch him on the back end side. They're thinking about pursuing. Aggressive's back now and has his BKB ready to go. Been chewing through it already down to 8 seconds.
They need to wait. There's no Doom, there's no Omni Slash. There's no reason for EHOME to fight here.
I don't know. 11 seems to think otherwise. He will whiff the stun, unfortunately, and will be able to blink away from trouble. But Q's on pursuit. Blinks in, gets a Winter's Curse onto the 2. The follow-up is going to be the call down here, and 11 should be going down there. Aggressive now. Looking to man up. Old Chicken pops out the Requiem. Not going to be very effective damage here as the BKB was out from Aggressive. Shiki steps in, gets the cleanup right there on Akaka. Will take him down. Follow-up Echo comes out from XZ, which means Old Chicken set to demise, but the Death Requiem will help finish off XZ. Garter slept it up. Omni Slash coming out. A ballsy one at that, but a lot of damage going to be onto Aggressive, and they finish him off with the level death through that Cold Embrace, and now it's CDEC on the run, and it looks like Shiki's going to be able to make it away with the long blink, while Q heads down to the south. That's back-to-back fights there for EHOME, man.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But it's still CDEC who actually get the better trade, considering they forced out the buyback from EHOME and continued to get track gold.
Might be time to build a Lincoln Sphere on someone, but even then, I don't even know if that's going to prevent someone from getting doomed. Gyrocopter just does not have the mobility to not get doomed in these fights. He doesn't have a Manta style, he doesn't have a Lincoln, he doesn't have a Blink or a Shadow Blade, and like nothing like that, and every time he just gets focused by Kaka, and they can't focus down Kaka because he has the pipe. Like normally you try and focus him down with like a Blink Echo, but he is just not squishy.
So is it Kaka who might need to go to the Lincoln Sphere? Otherwise, what does he get next here? Or is it maybe some form of initiation, like a blink for himself as well? Get an ideal setup or an Ags?
He can get BKB. BKB is really good versus Gyro and ES and Queen and Winter Wyvern and pretty much their whole entire lineup.
Pretty much that's their whole team then.
He can also get a Vlad's too, though. Vlad's is also very nice.
That would be very helpful for CTY, who has a blink now, by the way.
He needs the blink. He's been having trouble finding clean jumps.
Q knows he's there, but they figure they're down below. He just slips right past them. Now he's going to be forced to go into Bleed Fury TP. The Winter's Curse, they got it. They catch him with the Winter's Curse. He's not going anywhere, and it is going to be a 4-on-1. Jug goes down, and that is more Trek Gold going the way of CDEC.
They have ways to cancel spin TP. Only one way, actually.
But they've done it already, like, what, 3 or 4 times? So that's, Q always having it in the pocket ready at the right time.
He's been really quick with the spins, but it looks like he is going to end up going for a BKB next, tired of these lockdowns.
Help for the curse, but yeah, it will help for everything else.
I'm really surprised he didn't just go Manta into like a Manta Scotty or something like that. Because people like the SNY Scotty, it makes you really tanky. If you get focused with Winter's Curse or like an Orchid Sonic Wave, you should still be able to survive. And of course, it works a lot better with the percentage-based healing coming out from the healing ward. So although this build is nicer for farming up and scaling into the late game, it still does put you, pretty high at risk for dying.
XZ will be able to deny that mid-tier 1 tower, but bottomless lane is where they're going to be able to get the quick catch on 11. Hard game for him, and the follow-up could be here as Aggressive will secure both of those kills, taking down Landon there at the end, but look on the other side, Sonic Wave to fly as they catch Kaka with Fissure now. Shiki looking to pursue. Kaka has the Doom, but doesn't want to be forced to use it here. It looks like he will be dropping one more auto attack. Aggressive is like, get back over here, drops the rocket down. XZ catches up, but doesn't want to finish him off. He wants one of the other two to take it, and it's going to be Shiki who will. And that's 3 all day here. CDC scrapping a couple from bottom and making the good move into mid lane here. Doom is trying to put together, it looks like, the Ags as he holds the point booster, at least for now, but here comes pressure from CDC from the southern front. Looks like they might try to get us some poking damage, and they're hoping to see if they can force out a buyback, but the thing is EHOME have none of them. It's going to be good damage on this tier 3.
Way too much 4-man coming out from EHOME this game. They just have not been a unified unit in trying to fend off CDC from taking over their jungle, taking over their lanes, and Shadowfiend has just died so many times, even going with the early mech.
Winter's Curse onto Old Chicken here. He'll stay out and alive. Requiem, as aggressive, is happy to go man mode with his BKB. Gonna run him down, but the Glimmer Cape gonna be helping him out. Omni Slash to fly. Garter's getting some assistance here from Q to keep him back and alive, and it's certainly gonna help. Oh, 3-man stun, but boom! Here comes an Echo, and XC hits him with the log right in the face. Shiki with the double though, and CDEC could be putting this one to bed, but here comes Kaka. Gets the Doom on Shiki. Shiki's gonna be forced to run, gonna get healed up here from the Cold Embrace. Kaka will wait it out, him and Lanham, hoping that they could tag team down Shiki here. Level death, they'll get it. Lanham's gonna secure that one with the Brain Sap, and they want more. See if they can get the catch up on the Garter, but he is gonna go into Shadow Walk, and see you later. 3-for-3 trade.
Kind of break out the gems. The Glimmer Cape save onto the Shadow Fiend,
Yeah, very nice.
was really crucial because that wasted the rest of Gyrocopter's BKB, and then he was able to get his Requiem off later. Which ended up doing way too much damage for CDC. They have to run. Kaka comes in, dooms the Queen, and the fight is over from there. But still, EHOME just barely hold off on the range Rex. And it's about that time. Got Roshan. Yep, gem. You have to get the gem. That's pretty much the only reason they lost that last fight, was because they didn't have detection on the Glimmer Cape.
Yeah. And Garter going for Lotus. He actually has it done now.
Lotus is, I guess, actually a better alternative than Lincoln's versus their lineup, because you can even break it with Omni Slash. So with the Lotus, you can't get grips. You can also counter Omni Slash.
It definitely looks like it's more for the Echo Shell than purging really anything.
No, it's.
But you can purge off sleep with it, right?
I'm not sure. I think you can though. Have you ever seen anyone defusal sleep? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Maybe we'll have our answer to this game. It's all right. Everyone will call us noobs for not knowing. Well, we'll see as they step back away here. EHOME. Nice thing is that they don't have to worry too much about this track. Doesn't give all the extra vision. They only are going to be able to see 11 himself.
Oh, Garter just peeks in a Roche, and it will not be up. That's within like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, well, that gives, I guess, EHOME another breath of life, because they might be able to take it in with that. Both teams know that Roshan is up, or Roshan is close to being up.
They're heading that way right now. They got smoked up. They can get this Roche. Definitely would help their game.
Also spent all his gold. This is crucial.
Butterfly.
That Observer Ward by Dire isn't going to see anyone. I don't think so. Aggressive is barely going to walk into it. Okay, now that's the sign.
Oh, it's a head-on collision potentially here, Ben. And 11's going to scout it out first. Blink stun will catch Aggressive. XC's going to hop over to the other side. What a nice fissure, though. Quick reflect back with the Lotus. Not quite sure what I saw, what it was, but they're going to make a move for Lanham instead. They drop down the sentry to help get the extra vision. Old Chicken hops in instead. Tries to man up here on Nishiki. It's the scream off Lanham. Still able to walk away from this one. CDC seem to be on pursuit, forcing EHOME to kind of step back. Oh, they're going to get the curse here on the Old Chicken. Will they respond and help him out? They got the Glimmer. Looking to turn back. There's the Omni Slash now. Flies onto the back line. Is the Requiem going to be coming out? They got the Fiend's Grip on the Shiki, and they're going to be reflecting it back. But no, he does go down. That's the gem on the deck. The Doom now going to be unleashed here onto Aggressive, but it's not going to stop him from right-clicking down Lanham, who's now going to be handing the gem back over. Kaka also going to be going down. CTY on the run will be able to make it away.
Wow, CDEC has been doing such a great job of responding to these Omni Slashes. Most of the time it's Cold Embrace. This time it was the Ghost Scepter coming out from Earthshaker. And that was the main source of the damage, because they threw so many of their ultimates onto the Shadow Fiend. And the tank build only works so well, but you have to kill people with the Omni Slash in order for it to work out. They also don't have an Alpha Wolf. No Alpha Wolf, no Vlads on the Doombringer, and that's really where, like, we don't have enough damage, guys. How do we kill people? Now you see TY. Manta Diffusal, also good versus Ghost Scepter, good versus the Orchid. I really think that build might have been better this game. Although Battle Fury SNY Blink is more the standard for Aggressive and how.
But they also play that. I think they also play it more ruthless, you know?
That's true. They wouldn't have been able to arm Ghost Scepters and whatnot, and like Blink Dagger on Wyvern.
So the first significant base damage is going to be done here by CDEC. Clean up the racks on bottom, and they'll be able to step back and maybe consider going for Roche.
They should.
They're waiting a bit too long. Maybe they're hoping that EHOME are going to beeline it there, and they're going to wait for him on the high ground. That's dirty.
That is very dirty.
And they're actually going to be coming around the other side here. They have the vision on the high ground. They see Old Chicken. Q, does he have Winter's Curse? He does, so this could be a Blink Winter's Curse right now. Oh, this is going to be bad. Call down, not looking to beat it yet. Aggressive, going to get the Lotus Orb help. Old Chicken will be going down. No curse necessary. They make it look easy, and now that they forced EHOME back, could definitely do Roche now.
That's a really nice play by EHOME.
Yeah.
Or by CDEC, rather. They just assumed... Because EHOME assumed they were doing Roche, so it's just like, okay, I'm going to squeeze out and push out the lanes as much as they can, but instead they get a Roche and a Shadow Fiend kill.
Radiant's top tower.
Very big for them, and they could just take this business right back towards the mid lane, let's say. Push in more. Their top lane is getting pushed in a bit. Tier 3 taking a little bit of damage. Look at all these little range creeps going to work for our team. And it looks like they will pull back to kind of create a little bit of space for their base. And I imagine they'll put this Aegis to use by pushing it in. So what do we look for EHOME to do now, Ben? To try to at least get this game back to square even if possible. TTY did it complete his BKB.
I don't know who they kill. Because if it's like one target up in front, they're going to be Lotus Orb plus BKB. It's either going to be the Queen of Pain or the Gyrocopter up in there. The Earthshaker and the Winter Wyvern have the Blink Dagger, and they're going to be in the back, and the Bounty Hunter is going to be invisible without a Gem of True Sight available to EHOME. So they had to jump the supports, but if they're behind with the Blink Dagger, it's going to be so darn hard. And even then, they have Cold Embrace and Ghost Scepter to prevent themselves from a Juggernaut engage.
No one's easy to kill.
They have Cold Embrace to deal with the Doom, so it's so hard for them. Maybe like a Blink Nick stun on like 3 heroes is what you're looking for, and kill them with the Omni Slash and cleave them down before they can pop their cooldowns, but that's hard to pull off. 11 has just not had the impact that you want from a Nyx assassin in this game. 1-14.
Ouch. I mean, we saw how powerful he was back at Nanyang with his Tusk.
Yeah,
Nyx, not so much.
It's just a tough hero to play in this matchup. There's only one good mana burn target, and they did such a good job of killing him early with the Gyrocopter. He was really good versus Nyx assassin because of the Carapace only blocking like a tiny instance of damage with the Rocket Barrage.
Yeah. And now it's EHOME put back into a corner here, as they're going to be stuck defending their base, and CDC can just gladly dictate this game, find ways to see if they can possibly draw out their prey.
EHOME really just need to play more together as a team. They were playing it as a 4-protect-1 with like... He actually did play it like anti-mage for the first 15 minutes, and then he realized his team was just getting destroyed and they're getting a lot of track gold, and then he tried to fight, but he had this, kind of farmy build with the Battle Fury, and it just didn't work out for him this game, and he just can't carry versus this amount of defense with the Vlads for extra armor, BKB AC even on some of these heroes, Butterfly out on Gyrocopter. Like, he needs like 2 more items in order to just destroy them.
Confident Q jumping in, gets the Winter's Curse. They're hoping to take out the Jug. Nice sleep though will help avoid the Sonic Wave. EHOME looking to stagger, step back and stay alive here, but Old Chicken looks like he's not going to be able to make it away, or will he? Good force, but no! Caught up, XZ, going to be able to catch him out with the Echo, secures a double for him, as he also wipes the floor with 11. Kaka trying to make it back, looks like he will not be able to make it away. That's 3 down all day. Only Old Chicken with the buyback right now. Landham even inside his own fountain, eating pelting shots right now from Q, and look at this, a Fiend's Grip from inside the fountain as they grab aggressive here, but it's not doing anything. He's actually getting healed up even more. Is that the... Oh, okay. Oh, looks like they're going to go for the Jugular here, Ben. Right for tier 4s.
This game's over.
Yeah. Not even a buyback coming out from the Chicken.
I'm very impressed in CDEC always sticking to their guns, making use of the track gold. Shiki coming back from that not so great start versus the overfarmed Shadow Fiend. And actually, I think I'm most impressed with XZ, who wasn't able to do anything versus the Juggernaut, and then TP to the bottom lane, got kill after kill after kill, farmed his Blink Dagger way before the next assassin, and continued to dominate their way to victory.
Just felt like a classic CDEC game where it's almost hard to point out who could have been the MVP. It felt like everyone kind of did their part. Aggressive did his Gyrocopter thing. Shiki, hell of a Queen of Pain performance. 19-4. Garter 2-5, but he did what was